Rather than leave your photos, music and movies locked away on your computer, Plex makes it easy to access them from a wide range of devices. Plex is free media server software which makes it easy to share the content of your computer with your other devices. The Plex server can run on Windows, Mac, Linux and some network attached storage drives. Plex can act as a Dlna media server, letting you browse your digital entertainment library from Dlna compatible home entertainment gear, such as internet enabled smart TVs, Blu-ray players, personal video recorders and games consoles. You'll also find Dlna Media Player software for computers, smartphones and tablets. You'll also find a range of Plex applications for computers, smartphones, tablets and some home entertainment devices, letting you play content from your Plex server and bypass the hit and miss nature of Dlna. The Plex apps offer a consistent user experience between your devices and make it easy to pick up watching where you left off when you switch from one device to another. As an added bonus, the Plex apps also let you access your Plex server across the internet when you're away from home. You'll need to restart your computer after you've installed Plex, and then you'll find the Plex icon in the system tray at the bottom right of your desktop, and the browser will launch so you can configure the Plex Media Server. The setup is very easy and you're guided through all the key steps. First, we can name the server. By default, it's the name of your computer, but you might want to change this, especially if you're running more than one Plex server. Here we can tell Plex where to find our music, video and photo files. For now, we'll just add our music folder. If you're running iTunes, you should include the music folder inside your iTunes media folder. Plex can share this folder with iTunes, which is better than creating two copies of your library. Plex will also sort through your photo library along with your home movies and any files you've downloaded from the internet. We can add more folders here, but let's click next and move on. Channels are one of Plex's great hidden features. Channels are basically apps which let you tap into an online video service and watch it on any of your Plex players. There are quite a few channels here to choose from, but for now we'll just add TED. You can use channels to access a lot of foreign video services, but the results can be hit and miss. We'll just install TED for now and we'll come back and check on channels later. Let's click next. Finally, we can create a MyPlex account which lets you access your Plex server from across the internet when using a computer or mobile device. Keep in mind that you're chewing through both your home and mobile internet access. Now we're done, we're taken to the Plex home screen. You can add extra folders to your Plex library which might be stored on the internal hard drive, a USB drive or even a network attached storage drive. To attach content, we'll click Add Selection on My Library. From here we can add movies, TV shows, music, photos or our own home movies. Rather than add a new music section to the library, we could also go back to the home page, click on music, then edit it over here to add a folder. We can click here to add a second folder to this library. We can also rename this library if we want to make it clear that it's ours. Once you've selected your library folders, Plex will scan the contents and then use online databases to match up your movies and music against track names, album covers and other details. While Plex is doing that, you can tweak a few of the settings. If you want to connect to your Plex server while you're away from home, you'll need to create a MyPlex account and enter your details here. Here you can adjust which online databases Plex uses to match the files in your entertainment library. Here you can change how often Plex scans for new files in your media library. Asking Plex to update your library automatically might bog down your computer, so setting it to check once an hour or even once a day might be enough. Here you can turn on and off Plex's Dlna server. It should be enabled by default, so you can see Plex from internet enabled devices that don't have a Plex client. If you can't see the Dlna server, here is the place to check. Here we can tell Plex which country's app library we want to access. By default it's set to auto detect and there's an option for Australia. You'll find more content if you switch to the United States, although some of those sources are geo-blocked, so you'll need workarounds if you want to watch them outside the US. Once you're happy with all these settings, you can go back to the Plex home screen. Now we've got the Plex server up and running, it's time to tap into our content. You can use this browser-based library to play your content, and you can see how Plex has already organized all the songs for us. It's possible to access this library through the browser on your other devices, but you can also install the Plex playback software, which is a lot easier to use with a remote control or a few simple keys on the keyboard. You'll find Plex apps in the Apple, Android, Windows Phone 7 and Windows 8 app stores, but you can also install the Plex Player on your Windows, Mac or Linux computer. Let's install the player on this computer so we can have a look at it. And there we are. Straight away, Plex has found the server running, and it would have found it whether it was on this computer or any computer on our network. And with just using the up and down keys, I can go through the different channels that are installed. There's Geeks Music, click on that, and here's our entire music library, accessible from any computer in our house, or if we've got the Plex app installed on one of our other devices and we've set up a My Plex account, you can tap into your entertainment library from anywhere you want over the internet.